Charlie, Master, are you sure you're okay?
Oh, I'm a super guy.
I said, was spare part about like the way your chaos of the way it ended is like one back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good, how are you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. It's wonderful to have you.
This morning.
We've got a number of them. Now, there's a special one I'm saving for last, okay? But I'm going to start with these. I'm starting with these. Happy birthday to Rejoice Sapong at the Fulfillment Operations Unit at Zipline and Jesus Temple of ICGC, Koforidia. The message is, you are indeed a true blessing and a gift. We love you dearly. This is from Sami Odami.
Sami Odami. Okay. Sami Odami. Kojo, we've got a chaotic birthday to Emmanuel Winter Kofi Friday Adumako.
Pardon?
Emmanuel Winter Kofi Friday Adumako of Advanced Savings and Loans. He is the best friend, mentor, and advisor of Seth Kwame Boateng. Winter live long.
Wow. It takes someone with a name like Winter and Friday to mentor someone like Seth Kwame Boateng. So it must be a legend.
Yeah. Legend,
absolutely.
What more do you go?
Happy birthday to Theophilus Menu of the National Petroleum Authority. This is from his wife Nashika of KNUST Administration and his brothers Albert from CBG, Philip from First Atlantic Bank, and Gideon from Tallow Oil. Charlie, the family, they places. They are connected. Yes, and the
connected all over Ghana.
Indeed, the message is, we love you, Theo. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Theophilus Menu.
All right. Oh, I've got one here. It says, George, please wish Mrs. Juliana Asarin Cancer of Asalibuche. So this one is from the Republic of Asalibuche.
Oh,
I'm right between the twin cities of Obudankadi and Obudankadino. You know what I'm trying to say?
Pardon?
So it's a belated chaotic birthday. Oh, fantastic. More blessings from our Heavenly Father, from Ralph and Frida of Jansoma.
Oh, that's nice. Also, this one says, could you please wish my mother-in-law a happy birthday from us? Happy 80th birthday to our great mother, Madam Betty Vanderpoy. May you continue to grow younger and healthier in the Lord. We love you so much. And this is from your daughters, Edem and Numelio. I hope I've said that right. And your grandkids, Bubune, Seth, and Edem, as well as Ken Ashigwe, your son. And the message is, God richly bless you, Mimi. Mimi, I think is what they call her. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, I told you we have a special one, eh?
Tell me.
We have a special birthday shout this morning to, quite literally, the biggest Arsenal fan. This person is a bigger Arsenal fan than name an Arsenal player. Name one.
Player.
Name any Arsenal player.
They are American Aubameyang.
Oh, look, this person loves Arsenal more than Aubameyang's mother loves.
Hey, wow.
Her name is Mami Isiyamwa.
Oh,
you know, I refer to her very often when Arsenal loses.
Yes, Mami.
Yes.
Today, your love for Arsenal is beautiful.
It's legendary.
May you continue to love Arsenal in pain or in joy.
I'm concerned about the names she will give her children. Anyway, happy birthday to Mami Esi Yamwa. It's your birthday today. Enjoy it. And good luck to Arsenal.
Yes, and happy birthday to Ishmael Labante. Okay, Jolie. That be AKA Jolie. Or Jolie. Hey, Jolie.
Okay.
No. The thing is Jolly.
Jolly.
It's for Jolly. Hey, but Jolly, there is some serious good day. Happy birthday. This is from Smaka and Mike Smith.
Finally, happy birthday to Maunyo Abuyi. The message is, God make you great, and that's from Victor Brachi.
Oh, Victor Brachi.
Vic Breezy.
Vic, I am very Victor.
All right, Charlie, yum boom.
The JoySports Center is brought to you by
MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
For good.
That's right. Now you subscribe onto one service and then another, and before you know it, you've lost track of all your subscriptions. That is why MTN is offering you control of your mobile experience with *175#. So you can view, you can add, you can cancel subscriptions that you no longer need in one place without the stress of searching for short codes to stop your subscriptions. That's it. One short code to do it all. Now just dial *175# to access your MTN content manager and follow the prompts, because we're good together. We're there for you everywhere you go. Now, Standard Chartered Bank continues to be that miracle bank that thinks only of you, okay? And they want you to stay safe by washing your hands frequently, using alcohol-based hand sanitizers, avoiding the touching of your face for the love of God. And remember, please, to cough, sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it immediately. Now, they have a team called the Health and Safety Unit. They've been scouring the earth, literally scouring, cleaning everything that you could possibly touch when you visit any of their branches, from ATMs to desks to the floor. Everything that you could possibly come in contact with is being cleaned for your safety. And of course, given the protocols around social distancing, the recommendation from them is please use the digital channels, including the SC mobile app and the straight-to-bank platforms, which are available 24/7 for all transactions. Okay, now the good thing about them is you could actually win something amazing every time you transact on SC Mobile. So please stay safe and keep well. Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Kojo, yes, man.
Yes, fire.
Can get into it. Get into the fire right now. Let's get into fire this morning. And this is a very sad story. We're starting with rather sad story, I must tell you, because former Sports Minister Nilante van der Poel said the Black Queens have petitioned Parliament for their arrears after participating in the 2019 African Women's Cup of Nations. Now, the Black Queens finished third in the tournament, which was held in Cameroon 4 years ago, but are yet to receive full payment. They are yet to receive full payment. Nilante van der Poel is urging the current ministry to settle the debt.
We've received petition here from the Black Queens. Their representative came to Parliament. They came and they submitted a petition to us. They told us that the current Deputy Minister for Information, who was then the Deputy Minister for Sports, told them that some of those monies were owed by the NDC government, so they are not going to pay. I didn't know that the girls were playing for the NDC government. I thought they were playing for Ghana. So I was surprised. I felt, I told the girls I don't believe he said that. But they said he said that. If he said that, that is very myopic, and that should tell you who he is.
All right, so we're keeping close tabs on that. Let's hope that we can get their money for them. 4 years after playing in a competition and participating for Ghana, you truly deserve your arrears. We'll be looking forward to that happening. Now, the Ghana FA Executive Council member, George Amwako, has confirmed talks between himself and Ken Faisal Babies over a possible return to the club. Alhaji Grusa wants to appoint Amwako, who was dismissed by Kumasi Asante Kotoko after a new board was constituted to steer the affairs of the Kumasi Bay side next season. We can now hear from George Amwako.
I wouldn't deny that almost at the end of it all, in discussions with them, I'll be in Kumasi. I think at a certain point when I was an ESCO member, I joined the ESCO when I was with King Faisal. And during that period, I had to go back because whilst I was with the ESCO, from there I went to ESCO before I came back to okay. Now I'm on the ESCO. So if King Faisal wants me to come back and continue where I left off, I'm very glad to do that.
So Chamwako looking to join King Faisal Babies, so we're keeping close tabs on that. Now remember that King Faisal Babies have really benefited from the cancellation of the Ghana football season. After all, they're on a down spell. They look like we're going to be relegated, but once we cancel the football season, there's no promotion, there's no demotion, so they are back in there, and Judge Amwako will be looking to ride on their ticket. Now, let's do a bit of boxing this morning, because there are new developments with one of Ghana's highest-rated boxers on the international scene, Emmanuel Tego. Now, the former IBO lightweight champion now has an opportunity to fight for the main WBO lightweight title, but has one hurdle to clear. JoySports boxing specialist, Nathaniel Arthur has gone.
Ghana's Emmanuel Tego now has the option of Denis Berenchik, who is an Ukrainian, with a record of 13-0. Now, in these 13 bouts, Berenchyk has recorded 7 KOs. Now, this came as a result of an initial bout that was ordered by the WBO, which did not come off. And this was between Emmanuel Tego and Ryan Garcia. And the WBO had given Emmanuel Tego and Ryan Garcia a minimum of 30 days to come up with a date, failing which the bout will be subjected to a purse bid. Well, Ryan Garcia also had another option of fighting for the WBC international title in a final eliminator and decided to go for the WBC final eliminator instead. That's the reason why Emmanuel Tego eventually settled on the Ukrainian. As things stand now, the two boxers and their camps will have to settle on a suitable date after which every other arrangement will be made.
All right, Nathaniel Arthur there with a special unboxing this morning. Now let's do the English Premier League. We saw some games last night, of course. Chelsea further strengthened their position in the Premier League top 4 with victory over Crystal Palace in an entertaining encounter at the Selhurst Park that included a stunning long-range strike from Wilfred Zaha and a rare goal from Christian Benteke. There was an element of fortune about the game's opening goal, with Palace defender Gary Cahill pulling up with a match-ending injury to allow Willian to charge into the box unimpeded and set up Olivier Giroud to finish. We can now hear from the Chelsea boss, Frank Lampard.
Well, in the last 5 minutes, maybe, yeah, but we should have had the game under much more control at that point. I think we at 2-0 we should have carried on and controlled the game better, I think, at that point. And then at 3-2 we have a lot of chances in the second half, good chances to finish off with slight wrong decisions maybe on the final pass or a final shot. And then it invites pressure, and yeah, Kepa makes a great save, Kurt Zouma makes a great tackle, but in those last moments, yeah, it was nerve-wracking for us. I think any team would continue in that situation. Williams through on goal, naturally not looking to stop and turn. I mean, if that was the situation, the game would be stop-start all the time. That's why we gave the referee the decision to make those decisions, and we carry on playing.
Frank Lampard is the Chelsea boss. Now, Danny Welbeck scored the winner with a spectacular overhead kick as Watford came from behind to beat Norwich and move 4 points clear of the Premier League relegation zone. Norwich, who remain bottom of the table, are now 10 points behind 17th place Hornets and will be relegated if they lose to West Ham on Saturday. Now, and more games last night. Jamie Vardy equalised with 5 minutes remaining to end Leicester a point at 10 on Arsenal. Now, Vardy, who has reached 100 Premier League goals in Leicester's previous game, stroked in the late leveler following Demarai Gray's cross. Arsenal had taken the lead in the first half through Per-Emerick Aubameyang, who fired into an open net after receiving a pass from Bukayo Saka, a young man playing great football there for Arsenal. It's a good time now to hear from the Arsenal boss, Mikel Arteta.
Well, I'm extremely proud of our team, the way we played against this type of opposition, how dominant we were. The first half that we made, where clearly we should have gone 3-4-0 up and killed the game, and that's what you have to do against this type of opposition. With the red card decision, he doesn't see the player. You have to know that he's a young kid. It can be a red card, but then Leicester has to play with 10 men after 42 minutes.
For which particular challenge?
For one challenge that is between the 40 and the 45 minutes, that has to be offside as well, red card as well.
Sorry, specifically which challenge are you talking about?
One challenge that is between the 40th and the 45 minutes.
All right, Mikel Arteta not happy with some VAR decisions there. But against tonight, Manchester City face Newcastle. Ahead of that, there are hints that Gabriel Jesus may again deputise for the injured Sergio Aguero, with manager Pep Guardiola insisting the Brazilian produced one of his best performances of the season against Southampton. Newcastle have a number of injury issues as well. Mikel Almiron and Alan Saint-Maximin both had doubts, but let's see what happens there. It's a good time to hear from the Manchester City boss, Pep Guardiola.
The commitment with the players is without a doubt still, after 2 or 3 successful seasons, unbelievable. But we are in the point that we sometimes make a mistake. You have to avoid it in some games, not all of them, because in some games, so the lack of to score goals to punish us as a team. But in the semi-final against Arsenal and against Madrid, this is the reality of our team this season. So we can play the way we play, like I don't have doubt that it's going to happen, and we are consistent in the ball boxes. We will have a big chance or opportunity to go through in the final of the FA Cup and in the quarterfinals for the Champions League.
Right, champions Liverpool will be in action against Aston Villa. The Villa back ahead of the game. Liverpool left back Andy Robertson expects to be available just like suffering a knock against Villa. You know what? Roberto Firmino, Jordan Henderson, and Jorginho Wijnaldum all came on for the final half hour of the game there. Let's find out from Klopp how he's expecting to play this game.
It's more a mindset than a real something what you see on the pitch, because the situations you have to create, they need to be lively, they need to be fluid and all that stuff. So but patience is important. It's pretty rare that you can win in the first minute. It's much more likely you can win in the last minute. And that's not new to us. But the Aston Villa game really was difficult. Like a lot of games are difficult in the league, but you cannot compare the games now with the other games. So we play now Brighton, where I'm not 100% sure if they still fight for staying in the league or if they feel already secure, which it's possible as well. Probably they know they need a few more points. But now, since the lockdown, they changed their approach a little bit. They went a bit more for results. You could see that against Norwich. Maybe it's not a perfect example. You don't know exactly what we will face.
Yeah, so Liverpool are up against Brighton. They're up against Brighton. Their last game was against Aston Villa. So we've got Liverpool up against Brighton, and Klopp was speaking ahead of that game. Now, former Ghana international Neil Date Lamptey believes Aston Villa, though, will be relegated to the Championship at the end of the English Premier League season. Aston Villa are currently 18th on the league table with 5 games to go. Odate, who had a stint with the Premier League side between 1994 and 1995, expressed his sadness and worries, really, on the current performance of his former club.
As soon as our former president, Minister rest in peace, Doug Ellis, Villa started going down. I'm sure they made some decisions that were not good. I was even surprised that they did not buy Jordan Ayew. When he went there for a loan, I think they should have, taken him. But I'm sure they will correct their mistake, which I know it will be difficult now. I'm sure they will go and then maybe learn their lessons again and then come back strongly.
All right, so there we go. Let me just tell you about what happened yesterday in the Italian Serie A. A bit of surprise when AC Milan played against Juventus, because Zlatan Ibrahimovic's penalties, sparked a remarkable AC Milan comeback victory against title chasing Juventus at the San Siro. After an uneventful first half, Milan scored 4 unanswered second half goals, having gone 2-0 down to 2 Juve strikes from Adrian Rabiot and Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's exactly what it is. The only problem, though, is that they missed a chance of going 10 points clear. The Italian Serie A table doesn't give you a lot of confidence, even though Juventus lost last night, because Juventus have 75 points of the 31 games. Lazio coming second with 68 points. Inter Milan with 64 points. Atalanta with 63 in fourth. AC Milan with 49 points. And Roma. Very difficult to argue that Juventus will not go on to win the Scudetto this year. And that's just a disappointment there. Let me tell you about the games to come tonight in full. Manchester City versus Newcastle. We've got Sheffield United up against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's West Ham United up against Burnley. Brighton and Hove Albion will play Liverpool. In the Spanish La Liga, we've got Getafe up against Villarreal. Real Betis will play Osasuna, and there's Barcelona up against Espanyol. Italian Serie A, Fiorentina up against Cagliari. We've got Genoa up against Napoli. Atalanta up against Sampdoria. Bologna will play Sassuolo. We've got Roma up against Parma, and Torino will play Brescia. These are the games to look forward to. And just before I leave you, the last line in tennis, Rafa Nadal has cast more doubt on the prospect of him defending his US Open title by confirming he plans to play in the Madrid Open instead, which starts today after the Grand Slam concludes. You can be sure that we're bringing you more analysis on the locker room via Russell Fuller, the BBC's commentator, tennis commentator and reporter on the Friday. So you want to look forward to that. But Kojo, that's it for the Sports Center this morning.
And there's a late entry, as always. There's a late entry. This one says, happy birthday to DCOP Dr. Marian Tete Kobo, Medical Director of the Police Hospital. And this comes from your caring husband, Samuel Tete Kobo, and also Charles Aite of the Joy Business Desk. And it wishes you...
Charles.
Yes. Good old Charles.
I miss Charles. Charles. Yes, Charles Aite. I have a problem with Charles. I've been telling Charles, your name is Aite when we're in the UK, but when we're in Ghana, it's Charles Aite.
No, he prefers Aite. Aite. All right.
All right.
Charlie, it is a cake.